Hello everyone, welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. This is me, Annie, and I will be drawing for you today. Grab your tea, coffee and snacks and let's dive into today's video. Today I'm drawing something special, and this is one of the times that you can see me drawing right from scratch. So you can see me using blank paper and sketch right there. I rarely do record my sketching process because it's usually taking a while. I don't know if it's anything special because I've seen a lot of artists sketch the same way that I do, and I just don't feel like it's necessary to record the whole process from scratch. I would rather record the most satisfying part, which is line art and coloring for me. But yeah, here I am today also with the sketching process, so welcome to the sketching video. For those who have watched some previous videos from my channel, I've mentioned before that I want to do like a PNG tuber thing and want to try it out. But since I am traditional medium artist, it can be a little challenging for me because I have to hand draw everything and every frame, you know. So for the animations, I would have to have like several drawings from scratch. So today I decided to start working on this big project that will probably take me ages to complete. Nonetheless, I'm going to make a starter for a Ginger PNG tube, and this is my OC, Ginger. She is a cyborg with serial number GRX5, and she's like a fifth model of the GRX series from the alien planet. Kind of thing. So for today's frame, I'm just going to make a simple pose with like a raised hand to represent a greeting pose, something like that, like for when I'm doing the greeting for the YouTube video. I'm starting out with sketching the main forms for the pose and see what I can do with proportions, with hands and feet and everything. So as soon as I kind of find the correct proportions for the character, I am going to sketch out a more detailed look. I have a reference of this character right in front of me. So as soon as I'm done with the forms, I'm sketching out the details of the outfit, body features, the face features and the hair. I really don't know anything about PNG or VTubing or anything like that. I'm just going with my gut here, so I guess I will just need a few frames of the same character with different expressions, but at least that's what I would do if I was one. I'm guessing I will need to draw all of them like in a similar shape and like similar style, if that makes sense. It can't be too much different from each other because it's supposed to be like a same character, because you usually don't appear in a different outfit with different makeup and everything in a YouTube video. You just pick a look and you're kind of the same way for the whole video. Maybe I can make a few variations for specific holiday themed videos. For example, I could change an outfit, but again, for the same thing, I would have to completely draw from scratch most of it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to invest my time to do that because that's quite a big chunk of work, but we'll see. Anyway, I think I wanted to tell you guys in one of my previous videos as well, how did I come up with Ginger's design and why does she look like that? There is like a story behind it. So back in times when I was still in my home country, I was just doing some random commission works for the drawings and everything. And there was this anime shop that wanted to be opened in my city. Just for the context, there is 0 anime shops in my country. Well, at least there was none back then. This one was like one of the very first ones that was about to open, and they kind of needed a mascot. And so one day I saw in their social media page that they were hosting like an artist competition, and I just took a part of it. So it was like a design/art competition, so both skill and the idea would be judged for becoming a mascot. And back then I still had really specific anime style as my main art style. Like I wasn't exploring too much creativity with my art style, so I just went with, you know, conveniently nicely looking anime girl style. It looked pretty standard to me if I look back at it right now, because I already told you about my opinion on average anime style, which is something that is there, but it's not very fun for me anymore because I guess I'm old. So anyway, but back then I was still into this art style a lot. So I was just doing different outfits and designs. Like I had this specific idea in my head, and I took the color palette from their page, which was like, you know, like something purplish, and I just designed a nice character out of their logo. I think that was one of the criteria for the art. So they wanted a mascot that would look like a logo, so they wouldn't have to redo the logo themselves, I guess. So that's what I went with. I had like this small picture of black-haired girl with a purple text, I guess. So I designed cyber girl with cute ears and like an outfit of your typical anime cyber girl. She had this nice dress and stocking and, you know, whatever that I could come up with within the frames that I was given. So I think I did like 3 variations of the same character and same like a different outfit and everything. And I submitted my work. Then after a while I got the news that I actually won the first prize. So it was very exciting for me back then. But then I realized what I have stepped into. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a good thing. It was shit. So I get to meet the owner and the founder of the anime shop that was hosting the competition, and there was like a prize to this competition, although I cannot really remember what exactly was it. I think it was like a figure or something, and I could choose up until 50 euros or something. I can't really remember because it wasn't the prize that was exciting for me, because I really wanted to win a competition and like be proud of myself that I could design a mascot that a shop would adopt as their character and logo and everything. And I think they promised that they would make a cosplay for this character. That also really excited me because I never had anyone cosplay my character. At first glance, it was very nice partnership that was about to start, and I really thought that I could be a part of this anime shop from then on as like a anime designer, or maybe merch designer, or maybe artist for the shop for original content or something like that. But well, they commissioned me a few more works with the character that I made, and they made some stickers with it. And they, like, this owner guy, he made me sign up some papers for the copyrights. So basically he wanted me to sell them the character and everything around it, so in case they wanted to make any merch in future, they wouldn't have to pay me for each of the sold piece or something. But since I was young and naive, I signed those papers and basically sold my character, but it was very cheap price. Like if you look at the price of the artwork that is completely sold with the copyrights and everything to the shops, it should cost you around like, I don't know, maybe a few $100 at least, because this is the work that you spent your time on, and they are going to earn money off of the prints and stickers and maybe pins, and you know, it's like a very big potential for the shop as a side hustle. Like, I mean, it's a shop, they are selling things, so they need something, some design to represent their things. It's like brand and marketing and everything, so that's an expensive job to do. Even though I was like a young aspiring artist, I never did job like that before, and I didn't have zero experience, so I was really easily manipulated back then. This was like 10-15 years ago, to be honest. Like I was super young back then. Yes, I'm old, spoilers. So anyway, I signed those papers, I sold my character, and then they also commissioned me some more work, like another artwork with the same character, but this time it was much more complicated. And even though it was super complicated and I told them that it would take me like a while to finish, this guy wasn't really pleasant to work with. He was constantly stressing me with the way that he was treating me, and he didn't really want to pay me at all. So I had to charge him like a normal commission price, not like a commercial price, you know. So usually when I did my commissions, if it was for a personal use, it's one price tag, and if it's for a business, it's completely different. Just the same way that with the mascot, and if they're planning to sell like prints and merch with this artwork, they're supposed to pay you as an artist like a big chunk of money, or royalties, like from each thing that they sell, they have to pay you like a few cents. But most of the business owners, they won't do that. They just want to buy like an artwork with a copyright and just sell as much as they can without paying an artist big chunk of money, because they also want to earn from it. I mean, I understand that from business perspective, but from artist perspective, I also need to earn something, because I spent years learning my skill and I'm supposed to be well paid as well. So that would be fair. After a long time, I finally completed the commission. It was way underpriced for the work and for the time that I had to spend on it. And in the end, I wasn't even happy with the result. And I have a feeling that this guy who commissioned me, like this anime shop owner, he wasn't happy with it either, even though he paid me in the end, but he wasn't really happy with the result. I saw it with his face. So after that, I decided that I would never ever work with this shop again, just because of this guy. Even though the rest of the people that were working in that shop, they're super nice, and you know, they were sweet and they were very friendly to me. This specific guy, the owner of the team, he was like horrible, to be honest. Like, we didn't click with him from the beginning. It was an awful experience as an artist who works with a client. And that's one of the reasons that I don't like doing commissions, because as soon as people start paying you money, for some reason their attitude changes, as if you are like less of a person for them because you're doing work for them. I mean, I don't understand that at all. Yeah, I rarely do any commissions, and if I accept any commission, that's usually on my terms. So even though the client is paying, I only take commissions that are interesting for me. If the client is giving me an attitude, I'm just refunding them everything and just don't work with them anymore. After this story ended, I had this grief feeling, or like a resentment. I wanted to relieve the stress from all the work that I've spent and all the time that I've spent working on this commissioned piece, and in the end having no money to cover the actual work. I decided I would make a character that would actually look even better. That's how I decided to make another cyber character, which is now Ginger. I gave her like a backstory and like a model series and everything, and like a warrior mode, some purpose and some hobbies and everything. That was kind of like a gestalt that I wanted to close for myself as like an artist. So I wouldn't regret working on this. Basically, I used a lot of ideas from what I wanted to say for that commissioned mascot character. I ended up using it for my own, and I'm really happy with how she came out. Way better than the mascot character, to be honest. Not only because I put more attention to my own design, but also because like I wanted to outstand my own previous work. I guess I had more inspiration to draw because it wasn't under deadline pressure and everything. I tend to work when I have like tight schedule, or like deadlines that I'm behind, or like I'm supposed to be done by certain time. If it's a short time, like if it's a week or more, it's okay. I can plan my time pretty well. And if I have an art block, I can overcome that within a few days. Luckily. With the competition, it was like a pressure and, you know, stress from all the other entries and everything. But yeah, even though I ended up winning, I found myself in a situation that I didn't want to be. It's also an experience, I guess. So now I know what type of work I can work with, or like what type of client I want to work with. Now I know how to put myself into this business occasion, like a client worker relationship, and I know my worth. I can put price tag because I have like I know my skill level, and I know how much work will be put in the artwork depending on the material used and paper, like in size, format and everything. Even though there could be challenges along the way, because without them it would be boring. Still, it was like a good experience for me, and from on then I didn't really have any problem working with other people, and I remember when I bought myself a tablet for digital art, I did a few commissions for digital art and a few cheap sketches, and it was very exciting also and very satisfying. And it was also way quicker and easier to present for a client, because for traditional medium you have to scan it or like make a picture with good light and everything and then edit the picture, because you know the photo of your artwork, the traditional one, it tends to be less vibrant with all, you know, without filters or anything like that. So in order to present a traditional artwork in a great quality, you have to do like basically double work, while digital artists, they can just pick colors and pick brushes and pick the resolution and everything, and their work will be fine in every device and every social media. So they don't have to worry about the lights and quality of picture and everything. I kind of envy them a little bit with that, but it is what it is. So yeah, here is the little story behind how Ginger was born. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and maybe what would you do differently with that guy if you found yourself in the same situation, or maybe give me like tips and tricks on how to protect myself as an artist, because sometimes I still tend to do more than I'm supposed to because I'm a people pleaser, I guess. That's part of my personality now. So here is the finished sketch. And stay tuned for part 2, where I'm going to do the coloring and the line art for this frame. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my chat. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you want to see more of my work in the future, please consider subscribing to this channel or my other social media. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!